Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Find your seats, find your seats. It's a rainy day in LA. Like when it rains in LA, people just don't leave. It's my grandfather used to say, we're not made of sugar. Find your seat. Let's warm up the room. Yes?
Let's do it.
Perfect.
All right. Shabbat shalom, everyone. So if you were with us a couple weeks ago, we recreated a moment from England.
That's right.
What decade was that? The 80s? Was that the 80s?
Yes, 1989.
Okay, pretty awesome. We recreated a moment from a Depeche Mode concert that Rabbi Iggy attended. So we're going to try that again, and we're going to get into it. And this requires all of your participation. Yeah, so we're turning it into a nigun. A nigun is a wordless melody. And we're also going to clap our hands, and the band's going to help us out. So let's create an experience, a moment where we feel connected to one another, to this space that we're sharing, to this moment in time. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just can't get enough. 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 All right. Getting better and better at this. So
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely, yeah. It is quite remarkable where we find inspiration, and like Antoinette said, it was one of those moments where my life for music and my life in England at the time sort of in clashing with sort of my growing up in yeshiva and sort of thinking of new niguns. So here we are. There should be a poem on the thing. Thank you. There you go. I tell you this to break your heart, by which I mean only that it breaks open and never close again to the rest of the world. This poem by Mary Oliver is how I want to start today, start this Shabbat, we're going to talk about brokenness, the Torah of brokenness, and the brokenness of Torah, about the breaking of the tablets. We're going to talk about all that tonight. But I also want to make sure that sort of we open our hearts and we start this Shabbat, this weekend, with an open heart. And sometimes the only thing that opens our heart is in fact the need to have it broken, or to recognize that when we break our heart, it is in fact open, and that can be a gift. Sometimes feeling bad is just the thing that we need to start feeling better. As we welcome Shabbat, I want to invite the birthdays up here to separate Shabbat from the rest of the week, to stop everything we're doing on Friday, and to sort of welcome in Shabbat. So if you are having a birthday, come help us light the candles. Yeah.
Right.
It's funny, I'm a little thrown off because it's still light out, right? Sort of like light last week was dark, and
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Move it back. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Well done. We light the candles to stop what we're doing, to marvel at the light and to marvel at the flame, to be reminded that the flame always points upwards. That is, there's always hope. There's always looking at the sky, looking at something above, looking at a goal, looking at an ideal. The flame reminds us, don't just sit there, keep your eyes on the ground, look up. Use the flame as an inspiration to see, where do you want to go? What kind of peace do you want to bring into Shabbat? And we do this every Friday for thousands of years. The other thing that we're doing is welcoming the angels. Around us at every given moment, they are forces, beings, vibrations, creatures, angels, whatever you want to call them, whether they are human and are in form, or just, if you believe, in their non-human form. But there are forces around us that keep asking us, is this a good idea? Are you doing the right thing? What should you bring home? What should you keep away from your home? How are you going to be the best version for yourself? Those two little angels sort of sit on your shoulders and we're like, yes, no, yes, no. We know all about sort of struggling with those things. And sometimes we hear the good voices, and sometimes we're like, well, perhaps I'll do something that I shouldn't be doing. But listening to them, we have to sort of decide how to do. You know, I tell my kids, you know, like if you think you shouldn't be doing it, you probably shouldn't. But this has not stopped almost anybody in this room from doing the things that they are doing, which brought them to this room. So I guess sort of like we all need a little more practice. But nonetheless, on Shabbat, we ask them for a little more guidance. We invite them in. We ask them to bless us. We ask them to stay. And when they're ready, please go. Shalom Aleichem.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Shalom Aleichem, Malei Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malchi Chamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borachem Shalom, Malei Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malchi Chamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malchi Chamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem Shalom, Malei Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malchi Chamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Chamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
What a privilege it is to actually have a full band today. Thank you for joining us and having actual real music. Every Shabbat, it is a long-standing tradition to ask for little favors of the universe. And part of those favors here is to ask for our continued success. Every person who comes to here, Shabbats, everything we do requires a certain amount of effort, a certain amount of charity. There are boxes of charity around if you are inclined to and able. Please give some. If you want to do this electronically, there are multiple barcodes that you can sort of choose for. To do that. Success for us means sort of that anybody who comes knocking our door and we can help is that the ability to say, yes, we can help. And in order to do so, we need your help. So if you're able to give, great. Now, what if I'm not able to give? What if I don't have the funds? There's still plenty ways to do this. One of those ways is coming up on Sunday. As you very well know, because God knows we've been talking about it long enough, we have a marathon team running in the LA Marathon, right? Running for recovery. On the, no? We don't have the screen of where it is? No? Different one. Okay. So one of the ways, if you don't have, but please join us on Sunday between 9 and 12 in the morning. We have a cheer zone. So as the runners are going to go by, we have a cheer zone to sort of like, cheer. It's on Burton Way and Doheny on Sunday, this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 12. So if you perhaps want to give, but you can only give time and attention, that is a perfect way to give. So that's a different kind of tzedakah for the marathon. And God willing, I will not have to make any more marathon announcements until next year. Not that I'm not doing this with absolute love. The other thing that's really important about this particular service and about this particular place is that we believe that there is no hiding in a community. We believe that that when we are at fault, we take responsibility, we make amends, we make tshuva out loud. We believe that when we are owing somebody an apology, an idea, or gratitude, somebody that we have to say thank you for, we do this out loud. Because vulnerability is not weakness, vulnerability is strength. Because if we want to be seen, then we have to see others. And if we want others to see us, we have to be seen and step up. So for that, we do tshuva. And tshuva, For those of you who have never been here, tshuva means three things. Tshuva means to reflect or repent. Tshuva means to respond, as in an answer to a question. And tshuva means to return home, to be the best version of yourself. So we do this by being in tshuva, practicing tshuva out loud. So if you have a tshuva to make or a gratitude to give, this is not the birthday gratitude. If you were going to say gratitude birthdays, that's for afterwards. But if you want to do a tshuva out loud, now is the time. Please come up here and line up, and you can come up and say a tshuva or a gratitude. Anyone? All right.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm a grateful extended care resident here. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I'm here to give gratitude for, thank you, God. Thank you, AA. Thank you, Beit Teshuvah. I don't really know how to explain spiritual experiences, but I'm having a really good time, and I appreciate it. And I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you. And hi, Fanny. Sending some love out to you at home. And Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Hi, I'm Cece. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm really nervous. I just want to apologize to my sisters. I had a relapse this past weekend, and I disrespected them both. And I also want to thank Bradley and Beit Teshuvah for letting me stay and finish my term here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jack. My mom is the grants manager here. I just wanted to say thank you guys for everything that you've done. Thank you to my parents for always putting up with my BS. And thank you to my best friend Atticus for just always being there for me, even when I wasn't. And just thank you guys for everything that you've done.
I am Raven. I'm a grateful member of this community. I just wanted to say thank you to Beit Teshuvah for giving me my life back.
Hey, I'm Nick. I'm a very, very grateful resident. First, quickly, I just really want to express my extreme gratitude for BTS and everything that it's done for me. I absolutely love this place. I have over 6 months now, and I'm just I'm super so grateful. Words can't express. But mostly, I want to make a tshuva to my mom, who is watching on the live stream right now. Hi, Mom. I love you. Today's actually the 2-year anniversary of my dad passing 2 years ago. And since then, I just got way out of control, did tons of drugs, and was just way out of hand, and really put my mom through it. So I felt that today was an appropriate day to make some kind of shuva, and just let my mom know that I love her lots. I love my dad. I know he's up there watching, and I love you, Mom, and I love BTS. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Atticus. I'm new here, obviously, but I'd like to say thank you to Jack for letting me here and just having me being a part of this whole experience. It's really interesting, and I'm learning a lot right now, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'd like to say thank you to Jack and thank you to his parents.
They're ready, Rabbi.
Yes. Vamp. as a way to return the favor of people who are making tshuva and are sharing their vulnerabilities online. We give thanks. We give gratitude. We sing the song of the psalmist for all these years as a way to say, I see you. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. We are here for you and for anybody in the future who needs a place to be seen and to see others to be vulnerable. Ms. Morshir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון.
Well done. Yes, we miss Russell tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's not his. Everyone else can join in too. He takes the most ownership over it.
You know?
But it's open to anyone.
It's true. Although there is something in Judaism called a chazaka. If you've done something enough times, you have to do it again. It's an old Jewish idea that if you, let's say you decide to bring coffee to somebody every day in the morning, after 3 or 4 times, you have to. You've created an expectation. I'm not kidding. You've created an expectation. An expectation is a lot. Intention is a lot. And in that sense, right, so like Russell is missed tonight. So, yeah. I want to invite to the stage the lifeblood of everything that we do here, and that is the new residents, Emma, Devin, Daniel, Charlie, and Raphael. Yeah. I also want to invite up here the birthdays. Come up here, birthdays. Let's come up here. Let's come up here. Come over here. Cool. There we go.
Mr. Jack. All right. Happy birthday. Can you all see the screen up there? All right. On the count of 3, let's do responsive reading. 1, 2, 3.
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May welcome all who have to care to burden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May it will be the stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this
House be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Amen.
All right, beautiful job. We'll be hearing from our birthdays later, but now we are going to welcome in the newest members of our community with a prayer and also some words. So, first name will be sufficient. Community, this is
Carly.
Carly.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelach. Maor. Beshem. Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One.
Welcome.
All right, community, this is
Rachel.
Rachel. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech. Beor. Beshem. Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One.
Welcome. Thank you. All right, everyone, this is
Emma. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech Beor Shem Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
Welcome. Pleasure. All right, community, this is
Daniel.
Daniel.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nilech, Beor, Beshem, Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One.
Welcome. Thank you. All right, everyone, this is
Devin.
Devin. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Melech. Beor. Beshem. Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
All right, community, this is
Charlie.
Charlie.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech, Beor, Beshem, Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One.
Welcome. All right. 6 new members. What a blessing.
Yes.
So, as you can see, we have our birthdays on this side of the bima here, and then the 6 of you who've all come into this, may not be the first time you're trying recovery, but the first time maybe you've been in Beit Shuvah, and it's the first time you're trying it now, in the place that you're at today, which is meaningful. We gain experience from our using that's necessary. And also, if we've tried to be in recovery before, we don't lose that experience either. We can carry that forward with us. And if we become just a little bit more open-minded, willing, honest with ourselves, then we have a great chance. And we have a bunch of people that are here to help you on that journey. There's a lot of birthdays, but guess what? Next year we could have 10 birthdays plus. And what a good problem to have, of course. What a great problem to have. So let's make that happen. I believe in each and every one of you. Everyone out here believes in each and every one of you, and we're going to try and hold your hand through the process. And hold your hand is sometimes what we might have to do because times are tough. And there may be some moments where your head says, go back to the way you're living. I want to feel something different. I don't want to feel anything at all. I want to check out in my life. And we know the best way to do that. When that is on your mind heavy, sometimes there's only one thing to do. That one thing is
hold on.
You just got to hold on, and I promise you may feel better, you may feel worse, but then you'll feel better. It won't last forever, is the thing. Things will change, and if we hold on and progress through this recovery journey with the help of others, God and the universe, we will make it. So welcome them in, because the decision that they made is a great one. So.
Yeah. For everybody who is standing on this beam just a second, for everybody who is here in front of us, for the world entire, it's tough out there. We offer always a prayer. This prayer that we offer is for all those who are in pain, who are suffering, who need a little more attention, who need a little more care, people who feel bad in heart, in spirit, and in body. We offer a Misha Be'erach, He who blessed, so that we can offer all our intention to those people who are working through their recovery, through their pain, through their suffering, whether they're here or not. Hold their names in your heart or say it out loud as we go on to the Misha Be'erach.
Abraham, Yitzhak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah, hu yivarech, v'yirapeh et hacholim. Elna, Rifana la. Abraham, Yitzhak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah, hu yivarech, v'yirapeh et hacholim.
Do you remember the time where you were a kid or have kids in your life and they believe in all sorts of different things that are happening from the fairies to angels? Do you remember the moments where you believed in something and you thought hope is coming? And even though some people might say like, what are you talking about? There's nothing there, but you know that there's something coming. You know that there's something out there that is waiting for you, some good fortune, sometimes perhaps a boogeyman, but you know it in your heart. And we lose that as adults. We lose our ability to believe in things that are not proven, lose our hope. But there's a song of hope every Friday that tells us, no, there's something out there. Hello. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Well, there's a moment in the service on Fridays that we've been singing for a long, long time that says, Shabbat, this idea, is not just rest. It's a queen, it's a guest, it's something, it's an energy that changes us, that changes the moment that we say, you know what, it's no longer the week and I'm taking something extra in. That Shabbat the queen, is a special, special spice. And every Friday we have to remind ourselves, just because you can't count it, put it in your bank account, just because you can't touch it, doesn't mean it's not there. So we welcome Shabbat and all its blessings with Lecha Dodi.
All right. So this week we're doing something completely different.
Oh, yeah?
And it's a traditional way of doing services, which is the cantor sings and the congregation sings, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to try this out. We're going to try this all together. Lecha Dodi. We sang this version a couple weeks ago. Oh, there's a question. No dancing? We can dance, of course. We can dance.
And we could dance. And we could dance.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to sing this together. If you can't follow the verses, there's a very easy part that you can sing in this. And it's the chorus. So I'll demonstrate before we get into it. The chorus goes like this. Lecha Dodi Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Pretty good. Okay, so everyone's going to be at least in on those choruses, is my expectation. So here we go.
I will.
All right. We're going to start all together.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת נלכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
If everyone would please rise and face the doorway, we are about to welcome in the Shabbos Queen. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Stay standing.
Everyone face the ark, please.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Baruch hu et Adonai Amivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach, Hamivorach Leolam Vaed. Hamivorach, Hamivorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated.
You may go on a journey sometimes and you take a wrong turn and you're like, oh, I'm lost. But the truth is that you're only lost if you don't know your way home. Everything else is just an adventure. In Judaism, we're reminded twice a day that there's always a way home. And that is not outside. It's a home inside. It's a home that listens to that voice in your head that says, you are okay. It's that moment that reminds us that anxiety is always about the future, something that's going to happen. And shame and guilt is about things that already happened. And we have to always come back to this moment, because in this moment, you're okay. The worry is going to happen or not. What's already happened, you can't change, but you can deal with. So you have to go inside. And you have to do this while listening. Shema. Listen. Hear. And we say the Shema twice a day to remind us that when we cover our eyes and we look inside, there's always a way home.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Adonai Sifatai Tivta Ufi Agid Tehilatecha Adonai Sifatai Tivta Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Adonai, open up my lips so my mouth may declare your שפתי תפתח ויגיד תהילתך אדוני. שפתי תפתח ויגיד תהילתך. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Put your feet on the ground. Lean back in your chair. Ground yourself. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Take another breath in through your mouth. Let it out through your nose. Feel the weight of your body against the earth, as if the ground itself is embracing you. Now bring your awareness to your heart. Imagine a gentle golden light, warm and kind, filling your chest. The light does not judge. It does not condemn. It only sees you fully, wholly, with love. Now listen to these words and try to listen not with your ears, but with your soul. You are not broken. You are perfect the way you are. Every crack, every wound, every mistake, these are not flaws. They are places where wisdom enters, where compassion is birthed, where the story of your strength is written. Breathe in acceptance. Exhale shame. Breathe in present and release the past. There is nothing to carry that is too heavy for your heart and your soul. What you have done is not who you are. You are not the sum of your past choices. You are the breath that you take now, the kindness that you give, the love you allow yourself to receive. Feel the light within you expand. Let it move through the places you have held in secret, the regret, the sorrow, the self-blame. Let this light touch each one, not to erase, but to transform. See yourself standing at the edge of a vast ocean. You hold a stone. This stone carries all the shame, all the self-doubt. Now with intention, release it into the waves. Watch as the ocean, infinite and vast, takes it from your hands and dissolves it into something greater than you. You were never meant to carry this alone. Breathe in deeply one more time. And let the breath remind you, you are here, you are whole, you are loved. And when you are ready, open your eyes. There are moments in our life that define us, moments when we stand on the precipice of transformation. For some, these moments come as an epiphany, a realization that life must change. For others, they come through pain, through recognition of brokenness. And this week's Parsha brings us one of the most haunting and instructive images of Torah: the breaking of the tablets. Moses comes down from Mount Sinai with the divine gift of the Luchot HaBrit, of the tablets of commandments. And what does he see? He's confronted with the Israelites worshiping the golden calf. In a moment of fury, anguish, perhaps even despair, he hurls the tablets at the ground, shattering them into fragments. a dramatic moment that changes everything. Torah, from that moment on, and perhaps as it was always meant to be, becomes a Torah defined by brokenness. A Torah of breaks, seams, scars, raw edges. A sober, revelatory Torah. For those in recovery, and for anyone who has ever faced the ruins of their own choices, this scene can be deeply personal. There is no greater symbol of spiritual crisis than broken holiness, broken potential. There is no greater heartbreak than the knowledge that we, like the Israelites, have veered off course, sometimes disastrously. But what follows in the Torah offers something even more profound, a blueprint of recovery. For the broken tablets are not abandoned, and neither are we. The depth of the cracks becomes the vessel of change, a hole so large that can be filled with gallons and gallons of spiritual matter, filled with self-worth, self-respect, meaning, purpose, passion. To understand why Israelites turned to the golden calf, we must ask a deeper question. What compels human beings to worship false gods? Why do we reach for what we know is hollow, even destructive? Why do we vote against our own interest? The answer, I believe, is fear. The Israelites were not simply impatient for Moses to return. They were terrified of being left without structure, without a parent, without certainty, feeling abandoned. They just had emerged from slavery, a world in which every moment of their existence has been dictated by the Egyptians, then led by a leader and a God who took care of them, saved them. Now, standing in the wilderness, they were confronted with something even more daunting than oppression. Freedom. Freedom can be terrifying. Choice. We may say we want it, but we are terrified of it. Scared to take responsibility for our own actions. Being accountable. So many people say they want it, but they lie to themselves and to the world. Combined with a feeling of abandonment, of course, they make the wrong choice. They didn't resolve their feelings, so it took the better of them. Of course, addiction too often arises in response to a similar fear. The Big Book describes addiction as cunning, baffling, powerful. It offers comfort, certainty, an immediate escape from discomfort. It presents itself as a reliable companion in a world that feels unpredictable and overwhelming. In this sense, addiction is its own golden calf, a false god, a constructed illusion that promises salvation but delivers destruction. Even the Midrash describes the Israelite as panicked children grasping for security, needing something tangible to hold on to. Is it not the same impulse behind every destructive habit? The desperate desire to fill a void, to quiet this internal chaos that feels so overwhelming? But the Parsha teaches us that false gods must be shattered, and when they are, they must find a way to help us build anew. This is the theology of the broken tablets. There is little known passage in Talmud that reveals something extraordinary. The broken tablets, the shattered remains of this divine wisdom, were not thrown away. They were not discarded. Instead, they were placed inside the ark, right alongside the new tablets that Moses would later carve. Why? Why do we enshrine failure at the very heart of this holiness? Rabbi Naftali Tzvi Yehuda Berlin suggests that the broken tablets symbolize a deeper truth about human experience. That which is shattered is not without value. Our brokenness, our struggles, our mistakes, these too are part of the sacred journey. They are not to be erased or discarded, but carried forward as reminders of where we have been and what we have learned. We have a mystical tradition that describes how when the world was created, a divine light was originally placed in vessels that proved too fragile to carry it. The vessels broke, scattering divine light all over the place. Sparks. Our task is to gather these sparks, to repair the brokenness, to restore light where there is darkness, in us and in others. We who have been broken and worked on repair must do so we can show others how to do this as well. Our brokenness becomes that which connects us all. It becomes the superpower tool for connection. That is how we connect. We who have been discarded must use that what we know to remind the world, demand from the world, in fact, to see its own seams, its tears, its brokenness, the broken life, so that we can all mend together, heal together. Recovery is tikkun, a repair. The work of rebuilding oneself after addiction, after self-destruction, after despair, and it's a holy task. You think you are just repairing yourself? Absolutely not. It is a work of gathering the sparks of our own shattered self and creating something much stronger, something much wiser, something more luminous than what was there before, that creates a much better world. When people ask, what can we do to fix this shite world that we are living in the moment? My answer is, you have to live in recovery. Mend yourself. Be a light. Stop giving yourself excuses. Become the best version of you. You know what? You want to know what to do? Learn more. Grow more. Teach yourself a new habit, a new skill. Study more. Be yourself even more. Yes, after the shattering, after the reckoning comes rebuilding, but it does not come easily. The first tablets were given to Moses by God, created effortlessly. The second tablets were different. Moses was instructed to carve them himself. This shift is essential. The first tablets represents life given, unearned, if you will. The second tablets represent a life chosen, reclaimed through your own effort. Recovery is never passive. It requires daily commitment, carving out new pathways, reshaping a self that has been broken. Why? Because those who have known darkness and fought their way back to light possess something that even the purely righteous do not. Wisdom learned through struggle. Community and true unity comes from not perfection, but from shared knowledge of our imperfections. Every person in recovery carries this wisdom. Every person who has faced their own ruin and chosen to rise again stands in a place of profound holiness. You carry that holiness, every person in this room. You know that by now that I love asking questions. So this is the questions that Kitisa asks us. This is your homework. What are the golden calves in your own life? What is the illusion that you have chased, believing that that could save you? How do we relate to our own brokenness? Do you still see it as shame? Or can you recognize it as something to be honored and learn from? What have you learned from it? What broken pieces are you still carrying? How can you honor them instead of being ashamed of them? What will you carve out as your second tablets? What works are you willing to do to shape the life that you want, knowing that it will not be handed to you? At the heart of the ark, the most sacred space in the Israelite camp, rested both the hole and the broken. The Torah tells us that the ark was covered in gold inside and out. A reminder that even our deepest wounds can be transformed into something absolutely radiant. This is the essence of recovery. You are not defined by your worst moments. You are not imprisoned by your past. You are the work that you do today. Your actions that you take, the words that you say, the things you consume, both physical and spiritual. You can be the light that you choose to bring into the world. You can be the second tablets you carve with your own hands. What will you write on them? Shabbat Shalom. As we celebrate birthdays, sober birthdays, if you have a gratitude to give to somebody who is about to celebrate their birthdays, now's the time to sort of kind of line up here. Perfect. As a reminder to all of you, you have 1 minute. There's a clock there. Cameron.
My name's Cameron. I'm a grateful member of this community. It's a really beautiful night of birthdays. Jay, you were my first roommate here. You walked me through the first several weeks, and I thank you for that. And Jack, getting to know you and see the man you've become through this recovery is really beautiful. I'm grateful to have you in my life. Luis, baby, it's an interesting night. The Drosh really spoke to me about brokenness and shattering open your heart. When I thought I lost you, when we did lose you, I was so just gone. And what I got from that was a rebuilding of myself and learning to stay and sit through pain. And that is the greatest lesson that I got to learn in the last year and a half. And I don't think I would have learned that if you had stayed. And getting to see who you've become through this journey, being loved by you and getting to love you, it's just been such a beautiful miracle, and I'm so grateful for you. Happy birthday.
I don't know how I'm supposed to compare to that. Luis, happy birthday. Happy birthday to all the birthdays. You obviously make my brother very happy. And you've been so kind and accepting. You saw me at my worst, and now you see me here, following kind of in your guys' footsteps. My mom, Bella, Cameron, we all love you so much, and we're so proud of you. And yeah, thank you for just always being there and so sweet to me and accepting. Like, we love you so much. Happy birthday.
I'm Ben. I'm a grateful member of this community. And I'm here to celebrate Asher, my dad. I'm beyond, blessed for this place, blessed for you, Dad. You're my hero and everything, and we've been through a lot together, and it's just been awesome to get to know you as you. I'm grateful for this place, for giving you your life back, giving me my dad back, and giving me a chance to get my life back too. Just beyond blessed and grateful, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you too, Dad. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Adam, a super grateful resident of Beit Teshuvah. A little shook because this is the first time I've been on this podium in about 2 years. I don't know where everybody's sitting, so Luis, where are you? Happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday, Jack. Happy birthday. I'm just super grateful to see all of you guys where you are. I came in 4 years ago. I don't remember. Luis was my first roommate. Jack was here. Jay, I love you, bro. It's good to see you. I don't know what Nomi just raised up. Fuck, I went stage, like, brain fart. Point is, I'm very grateful to see you all where you're at. And I want to thank you. You guys have been pivotal in my decision to come back here. And I really owe a lot to you guys. You know, my life is amazing, and it's because of you all in part. And just wanted to say these are magical people, all of you are. And it's cliche, but I think that this place and these people are magical if you choose to see it. So thank you. I'm very grateful.
Hi, I'm Jesse, a grateful member of this community with 1 minute to talk. Asher, it's incredible to see how far you've come, man. That's so fantastic. Wow. Luis, I love you. I love you, man. If you need a haircut, go to Luis. Let me just plug him for a second. Incredible. I'll be the example. Jonah, Jay, whatever you go by right now, you were my heart and soul. One of the greatest interns I've ever had, for sure. He shows up here every single Friday and just volunteers his time to help out with the tech. And there's a legion of women who would rather have him on a Friday night. And he's here dedicating his time to his recovery and to Beit Teshuvah. And he's dedicating himself to the residents and helping them out. And he's red in the face right now. But I love you, buddy. Happy birthday.
I'm Pamela. I wanted to, sorry, I got a little nervous. Hi. I wanted to wish a happy birthday to my Asher, my whole world, my fiance. I am so grateful. Thank you. See, he always makes me feel calmer. I'm so grateful that Asher came into my life, and watching him every second of his day helping other people in recovery, including himself, is something that I never thought I would experience in my entire life. And so I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. And that's it. I love you too.
So we're celebrating 4 birthdays today. Each of the birthdays will get a few minutes to talk to all of us. And Sarah picks up a chain every Friday for every one of the birthdays. So, Luis, you're up first for 1 year. And Sarah chose Chesed, some kindness for you.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching at home. I love you so much. I'll be quick. If you had told me a year ago that I'd be standing here tonight, clean and sober, I wouldn't have believed you. A year ago, I was hopeless, homeless, strung out on crystal meth. I was the guy on the corner, out of my mind, talking to myself. I was in a tent in Venice with a needle in my arm, convinced that it was the only way to ease the pain in my life, to get high. That mindset led me to overdoses, DUIs, jails, psych wards, and over 20 rehab programs. I was a chronic relapser. I truly believed I would die hopeless drug addict. Losing my father was one of the hardest things I've ever been through. That pain felt unbearable. I didn't know how to process it, so I did the only thing I knew at the time. I got high. I was running from grief, but in reality, I was only running from myself. I felt like I'd never be able to climb out of the darkness. I believed I was destined to die the way I was living. By the grace of God, I stand before you today. This program is not for those who just want it, but it's for those who do it, for those who work it. I didn't do it perfectly. I made a lot of mistakes, but what mattered is I kept on showing up. Slowly, I made progress. Beit Teshuvah made the progress possible in both small and huge increments. This community didn't just help me get sober, it helped me find myself again. It showed me that recovery isn't just about putting down the drug, it's about reconnecting with God and ultimately my purpose. It was in that process of reconnecting with God, my community, my friends, and my family that I've learned how to love and value myself through their eyes. This embodiment of love which held me up when I couldn't stand on my own. Today, the solution to my problem isn't substances. To my mother, your patience, your support, your prayers, and your unconditional love kept me alive. Cameron, you are a godsend. You've been a strong pillar of sobriety in my life, inspiring me every day to be the best version of myself and showing me what it means to work an honest program. To Blake, Veronica, Paul, Jeff, Kenny, Sinchka, Brandon, Brian, Jen, Sarah Jacobs, and my sponsor, David, and everyone who stood by me, thank you. This milestone is not mine alone. It belongs to all who never gave up on me. And when I had given up on myself, I am here today by the grace of God, the power of love and the community and the life-changing support of Bet Teshuvah. Thank you.
Asher. Sarah chose strength for you. You have 3 minutes. The clock is going right there.
Hey guys, I'm Asher. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm also an alcoholic, and I'm in recovery in my second year. There's some things that I wanted to say, some people that I wanted to address before I say what I want to say. I'm grateful to be alive and sober today. Pamela, my son, my parents, without you, I'd have no love, home, or family. I'd have none of you again if I were to drink again. Gratitude for Beit Teshuvah, my friends that run her, my house of repentance that accepts my Teshuvah after reaching the lowest place in my life here. To you and this congregation, I am forever grateful for loving me when I was lost. I'd have none of you again if I were to drink again. So why 2 years instead of 5 years, Asher, one might ask, and the reason is that this AA program works, but I had to live it. I never lived it. I studied it. I know the book inside and out, all of the steps. I did them upside down and backwards, but I failed to live it, to integrate it into my life, and to leverage it so that it would be useful to other people as I go about. Sobriety has given me the gift of getting my intelligence back. And so I went and got a certificate for an addiction treatment specialist, level 4, 3 AA degrees, and a master's degree in clinical psychology since 2020. My father, Neil, and my mother, Wiley, thank you for putting a roof over my head and enabling my sobriety. My parents, Neil and Wiley, thank you for your love and support. Pamela, thank you for restoring love to my mind and my soul. My son, Benjamin, thank you for never leaving my side, especially when I'm near death. I owe my life to Beit Teshuvah and to Alcoholics Anonymous. I had to live it. It was not enough to know it. I don't drink no matter what. I don't drink no matter what now. I want this 2-year anniversary from self-destruction to be hope for those of us still suffering. You can have faith that life gets better. You will have to live it, to know it. The bridge of faith is supported by AA and Beit Teshuvah. So choosing between a miserable alcoholic death and a spiritual way of living does not have to be such a hard choice. I don't drink no matter what. I found that I had to have a higher power. I had to have something that would never lie to me, that would always be true to me, nature and the universe. And I was finally home and sober. Thank you to Beit Teshuvah. Thank you all for your support. I love you, and good night.
Jack. Sarah chose understanding for you.
Hey. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm also an alcoholic. I'm also a crystal meth addict. I say those things because it took me forever to admit that to myself. 2 years ago, Beit Teshuvah took me for the third time. And I still had a huge ego. I still had a lot to learn. And eventually I did get kicked out. And here I am 2 years later, still sober. And I also say that because I'm not trying to prove anyone wrong, but I'm trying to give myself a life that I deserve. And that's like my new lesson. Today I stay sober for myself. I get to be a father to my kids. I get to be a sponsor. I get to be a sponsee. I go to meetings all the time. I make new friends. I do fellowship. There's not a day or sometimes maybe even an hour or two that I don't talk to somebody in recovery or talk about recovery or try to be part of. Because when I was an addict, I would do anything to get crystal into my body. And that's the way I have to be on a daily basis in order to stay sober. My message to the newcomer, I went to rehab 19 times. I've been arrested 6 times. I was in 4 psych wards. And somehow I still managed to get sober for 2 years. Asher, I can't, all my friends that were taking cakes, I was all in the house with them. Asher, I remember used to bring me Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups when I was when I was locked in the room. It's those small things of gratitude that really, show that people you can help someone. Take something small and to help another addict, because that really goes a long way. So thank you so much.
Jonah. No? Oh, here you are. Hey. Foundation she chose for you. Cool. It's a clock.
Hi, I'm Jonah, and I'm a grateful member of this community. I wasn't gonna take a cake here tonight, which is crazy. I live and breathe this place. It's a major part of my life, and I wasn't gonna show up until somebody changed my mind last night. The truth is, I had a bunch of valid excuses, right? I have pneumonia right now. Apparently that's a thing. I've been taking cakes all week at a bunch of different places. I didn't sleep much last night, and I had a bunch of schoolwork still to do. But if I'm being honest, the reason I wasn't gonna take a cake was not because of any of that. It was because I was scared. This place means so much to me, and I still, 2 years into this thing, have that fear that even just by getting up here, I'm gonna let y'all down. that I can't live up to what this place has given me. And it's given me so much. But that's where the community of this thing comes in. The person who told me to take a cake last night, I know him through this place. And it's not even like we went to the house together. Like, he was like years before me. And I met him through AA, and but because of the community of Beit Teshuvah. And it's really that community that's something special to me. This is like the only time this year, probably, I'll be introducing myself as Jonah. Like, I don't do that anywhere else. But this place is special. I mean, I've built my life through it. Like, I had this realization when I was standing up here for the new residents that, like, literally everything I'm wearing right now, all of this came from members of this community. That wasn't even planned. It's just a thing. Now, like, my only piece of jewelry, too. But, I mean, it's more than that. Like, these guys let me go to school for 6 months just living in the house. Like, Jesse gave me a job. I mean, like, I've been able to build a life, and, you know, just 2 years ago, I didn't think that was possible at all. I'm like out of time. Seb wanted a shout out, so shout out Seb. He's like a good dude, and he's gonna be taking his cake soon. So thank you all.
Let's welcome everybody. All the birthdays, come up here, take your cake. Everybody come join us around them. No, I don't think so. Wait, is that yes?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Luis, Asher, Jack, and Jonah. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Happy birthday, everybody. As you find your seat, just a couple more things before we say the Kaddish. We say the announcements. We have announcements as you sit down. So, tonight's Shabbat sponsors are Luis. We are also proud of you. Thank you for finding your way back to us, Cameron, Sarah, and all your family here, friends here at Betshuva, sponsored by that. And in memory of Father Marvin Kosofsky from Isadora, also a Shabbat sponsor. Thank you so much. We're always looking for Shabbat sponsors, so if you choose to sponsor, please come and talk to Sarah. We would like every Shabbat to be sponsored by somebody in the community. Passover is coming up. Passover is coming up. If you are here and you want a remarkable Passover Seder, come join us. We're having 2 nights. Night one, the first night, April 12th, will be here. I'll be leading it with some surprises. Will be really fun. So if you want to do so, we have information. It's on the website as well. So come join us. And night 3, we're having Freedom Song. If you have not seen Freedom Song, please come and see Freedom Song. It's kind of amazing. So that's sort of the 2 nights of Passover. Please join us. There is the LA Marathon, of course. Come and cheer on Sunday. Please, please, please. It's always always appreciated. The spotlight this week is Justin H. So check out the spotlight. And there you go. And lastly, if you are new here, if this is your first Shabbat, take up your phone, go to this QR code so that we can know who you are and how you find out about us. And we also have the iPad right there. So if you don't have your phone there, please, but don't leave this room if this is your first time without at least giving us your information, saying hello, so we can inform you of all the amazing things that we do. And we thank you for coming. That is the announcements. For the Yortzites, and as we're about to say the Kaddish and conclude this service right before Kiddush, the Yortzeit do this week: Luis Levy, Norman Scharf, Vladimir Wolf Pessin, Muriel Werner, Shirley and Billy Grossman, Teddy Rose, Alan Berkey, Melissa Barash, Janice Kessler, Bobby Dorn, Jerome Snyder, Brian Kaplan, Haimar Miller, Sally Stanley, Lance Corporal Roger Muchnick Jr., Irvin Harris, Jonathan Weisgall, Tyler Wright, Elizabeth Verston, Ida Melnick, Gerald, De Vries, Lori Ellen Wolf, David Dale, Howard Holtzman, and Morris Wolf. And if you are saying Kaddish for somebody, feel free to sort of stand, say their name. We're going to go through the room if you want to say, and we'll say the Kaddish all together.
Billy and Shirley Grossman, Teddy Rose, Alina, Casey, and for those who do not have someone to say Kaddish for them.
If it is your tradition, stand. If you see somebody standing alone, please stand with them, as we never stand alone. And join me for the Kaddish. תקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותה, וימליך מלכותה, ויצמח פורקנה, ויקרב משיחה. בחייכון, יש מהרב מבורך לעולם לעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו ואלה מכל ברכתה שירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה חיים שלנו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא ברחמיו שמור עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Amen. Fantastic. All right. Let's make some peace. Hallelujah. Very excited? Yes.
Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Kol Yisrael. Thank you to Seb. Thank you to Max. Thank you to Nomi, Jay, happy birthday, and thank you for always showing up. Thank you. JP, Ted Greenberg, Micah, David, and Laura. Thank you, Rabbi Iggy.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Sarah Jacobs, for all you do with our congregation. Everyone, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone.